shows up, I have no clue why that happened, other than a glitch. No one should be showing up, which is cool. I was hoping they would add this. This is one of my requests. So yeah, this looks good so far, apart from the fact of the technical difficulties. And you're so tiny.
Am I
Uh,
tiny?
Yeah, well, about the same size, but the screen, they're not really using up the black space. Anyway, let me see if I can make you a bit bigger because you're the focus. Pin focus, and see if I can. Nope, doesn't allow me. Let's see. It doesn't allow me to do anything on my profile. All
It
right,
looks
you know
good
what?
here, though.
As long as you can hear me, that's the most important thing. So, all good. How's
Yep,
everyone? How's the missus?
it's going well. Doing the final bit of prep now, and of course, trying to get this community off the ground.
Yeah, we want to just get focused, and there's no trying, but we only are doing. But it's just the fact of having a better understanding of exactly what your vision is for the community. Because I'm not here to change things. I'm here to just help you to, what I mean, have the foundation to set everything on and then build from there. I'm
Yeah,
here to work alongside your vision. And if there's anything that I can foresee or see something different, that's why I changed the session to mentoring because it's coaching. It's like I'm kind of guiding you, but if I just share with you what works, what doesn't work, then that's mentoring. If you can understand what I'm saying.
yeah,
So for me, it's not. It's still 8 weeks. It's just more focused on mentoring because that's what you want the focus to be on is your community. Is that correct?
yeah.
I mean, if there's anywhere where I feel that you might need some coaching, then I'll let you know and we'll switch it up. But as long as you can hear me loud and clear, and I did press record. Yes, I did. Does it say I'm recording?
Yes.
Good, good. They still didn't put a timer there, but we can only ask for so much. Did you get to watch the school news?
No, but I read the recap that was put out.
Okay. What's your thoughts on it?
I think that we're going to get a lot of nice things going forwards. I'm really looking forward to some better user management. That's
Yes.
um,
Uh,
definitely something that I'm looking forward to because that is really a mess with these tiers, moving people back and forth and stuff. That's yeah,
Yeah, the tears is an issue. The tears is definitely an issue because of the fact there's a glitch. Because when I was updating your vaults and I changed the name, it locked you out.
yep,
And then if you've got hundreds of people in there, that is tedious. Right now we haven't got
exactly.
100, but that's the focus. You want to go to 100. So we're going to split this up. We want to get to a minimum of 50 by 2 weeks time. That's what we want to do. We want to hit 50. So that means that you're going to need to follow what the plan is to find out what's working for you at the moment. And from what I can see, the community, are you looking to go on the sense of, are you looking to go forward and move forward in regards to your discovery? Do you want to be discovered on school? Because if that is what you want, it's good to know because then if that is the case, then we need to encourage engagement. So let me know what's your plan. Do you want to be ranking on discovery?
I think that ranking is not something that I am super worried about because I see a lot of communities are doing this ranking hack stuff where they're tagging a bunch of people. It all turns into spam. I really hate it. I don't want to play that game.
Oh no, 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 no. It's definitely not that game, and I feel that you would benefit being in our community born leader because then you'll understand we don't that community is specifically leadership. If you're looking to step into leadership, that is, and I get what you mean by the spam thing. There was a few things in Growth Squad Heroes that was coming across like spam or just unnecessary activities happening, which was not planned. It wasn't supposed to go ahead the way it did. It just kind of like some people just got a bit carried away with it, and it became endless notifications of nothing. If you get where I'm coming from, you know.
Yep.
And that is almost like we trialed and we tested some stuff out. There's some things that worked and there's some things that didn't work. But one of the things that really bugs me, and from what I'm getting from you as well, is the same thing for you, is that you don't want like stuff to seem like it's being done just for the sake of it being done. You want it to
Exactly.
become a flow, a natural flow. One of the things that works really well for engagement, where it's natural. It's the simple check-ins and challenges and certain things that will fit in to the community that you have, because you've got a community. They are engaging. I can see they are engaging. But let's just break it down first and foremost. Are you ready?
Yep.
So since I've looked at your community, there's a few things that I would say to you. First things first, let's go straight to the door of getting into the community. Absolutely fantastic. From where we were before, and when we had the coaching call, and we went through, it was more like a business strategy call with the community. Well, I was talking about the branding, the marketing side of things, and how are you going to make it have that fresh look and something that you really relate to and you can connect with. So in regards to that, outstanding. It looks really good. It really holds its ground. It's very heavyweight. It's the branding is strong. It's solid. So good for you on that one. The about section as well you've done a very good job at that. It just very much says what's inside. The thing for me is your wording of the questions that you're asking. Some people are going to come in and they're going to see something. So you've got, all right, why are you joining, all of that stuff. One of the things that you want to focus on the most is you want to build a connection with the person joining the community. So the first things you don't want to be doing is causing any friction. So certain words and language that we use can sometimes make people feel a certain type of way. Instead of like using the word struggle, what you could do, this is a suggestion, what you could do is think of a different way of wording it. How can we help you? For example, how can we help you level up in your musical journey? You know, how can we help you level up? Because everyone's at different levels. So there's no word of struggle. There's nothing like that's not there. It's just flows naturally. It's like, how can we help you to step to the next level? How can we help you level up? How can we help you rise up? How can I support you? How can I strengthen your skills? And you see the difference from struggle?
Yeah.
Struggle just puts people in depression. You wanna make them excited, like, oh my gosh, I want to be a part of this community. This is exactly what I'm looking for. They speak my language. They know already what level I'm at. Even though you don't, because you have no clue who wants to join. The point is when they get in there and they see that they're gonna be like, okay, this person's talking to me. They want to know what level I'm at. It becomes theirs. Because some people are going to be struggling. Yes, that's true. But there are going to be other people that's not going to be struggling. All they want to do is just, they want to network with you, they want to connect. They might have seen you somewhere else, maybe on an interview or a podcast. So what they want to do is they want to get in, and then all of a sudden they've got this brick wall. Boom, damn, this isn't for me. I'm not actually struggling. I mean, I want to learn, I want to connect, I want to network, and yeah, I do want to learn a bit of Cubase. I do want to learn a bit of this. Okay, this is good. I want to know about how I can structure my music, the way I put my music together, the frameworks, everything. And I play instruments, like, so yeah, let's go. This is for me. But if they come in and they're seeing the word struggle and they don't struggle, for example, when I set up this community you're in now, I set it up in the position where it was for TikTok live, having confidence to go live. Now, when I came across clients that had bags of confidence, what do you think they did?
They did not join.
Exactly. And it just kind of backfired because it's like, well, actually, it's not just about confidence. It's about having a skill set, the knowledge and the expertise that I'm going to help you with, because you've got the confidence. Fantastic. Brilliant. Now we've gone past that stage. Now we can go into the technical side of things on how your live works and so forth. Do you see what I'm saying? So like, we don't want to be causing any friction. We don't want to be causing any of that. We don't want to be causing no friction. We want to make it smooth. So is that really, how's that sounding to you?
I completely understand that, and it makes total sense.
Okay, cool. So we got past that bit. So we got through the door. I'm pending. I'm waiting to get in. But the thing is, you've got these 3 questions. Now, the first question, what was the first question again? I remember the middle question because that stood out the most. When I saw the
Yeah.
word struggle, it almost made me not want to join. And I was like, but you're not joining because of any of those reasons. You're joining to look at the community. But the struggle hit me, and I was like, boom. I was like, oh my gosh. So what was the first question again? The question was it
If you play any instruments.
if you play any instruments? That's another brick wall. Because what about if I don't play instruments? It kind of makes me feel like, oh, should I really be getting in there? Oh, if I don't play instruments, is this a problem? So that's another thing we can play around with the
How
wording.
about, do you already play any instruments?
Yes, yes. That's better because then there's no, because what we want is we want people to be no friction whatsoever. So if they're
Yeah.
going to be coming in and they want to learn about musician, they want to be a musician, or they about to pick up an instrument, they're not like, oh damn, I don't play any instruments as yet, but I want to learn. There's no friction. It's just smooth. Okay, so we got past that door. So we got that door. So then we had that before, which could have been a reason why you're not getting people coming in. That could have been one. The other one was we've come past that one, and the final one was,
How did you come across this community?
how did you come across this community? That's pretty self-explanatory. How did you come across this community?
Because then you
I
know if
mean,
it's a referral, if it's natural discovery, if it's yeah.
how did you come across this community? Some people might be, if you just narrow it down, laser focus it. If you say referral, people are just going to put whatever comes to mind. And sometimes they come up with they'd be like, oh, it came from Discovery, or, Mr. Goodman's referred me, so maybe if you just use the word refer, people automatically, it's a trigger point. They already know that they know the word refer. You see, they're not thinking to themselves, "Oh, damn, how did I discover this community?" Well, actually, I was on Google, and then I met this person. While I was in school, and I went into this person's community, and then it becomes like, "Oh my gosh, like where did I come from?" So if you put refer, like what's the main source, or that even then is a bit too open. Just put refer. Who referred you, and then it'll just be like, okay, I know who referred me. I came through from Discovery. I came through Facebook. I came through Andrew. You see what I'm saying? Just keep it
Yeah.
sharp.
So just who referred you to this community? Straight
Yes,
up. Yeah.
yes. So now we've got
Well,
past there. We're now pinned in. Is there a gate? Is there a door to when people come in, or do they just come in anytime?
well, there is the I need to approve the membership.
Okay. And what's the process? Do you bring people in, and what happens when they come through the door? What do you what's the first thing a new member needs to do when they come into your community? What's the rules? What should they be doing?
Well, they get a automated message. So where I say, "Hey, whoever, grab their
Okay.
name. Welcome to the Self-Producing Composer. Happy to see you here. Make sure to check the introduce yourself post and the start here module in the classroom to learn how the self-producing composer works. If you have any questions or need help, I'm always here for you. Wish you all the best, Odin.
Okay, let's have a look. So we'll look and see if the questions come. It won't come through actually because we're already friends. So I wouldn't get. That's why I never got it. I remembered, you don't get it if you're already friends because it just kind of seems a bit weird.
Yeah,
It's like, what? Why are you sending me this information? Okay, so I would need to see it. If you could send me a screenshot of what it says, and then I'll be able to work with it and see if I could improve it. So let me ask you this question instead. Regarding when that goes out, do people respond? It's the best
yes.
question for you. And what's the response like? Is everyone responding to that message?
Not everybody, but most people respond. And it's usually thank you or smiley faces, thumbs up, um, music emojis, that kind of stuff. So I feel
Okay.
like that one's working pretty well. I feel like.
Okay. Well, I'll take your word for it. If you're happy with it, we'll send me a screenshot of what it is though that you say. That'd be good to look at, just to look over and
Yeah,
see if I could.
you have it on WhatsApp right now.
Oh, thank you. So the other thing now is that, so you got the automation, fantastic. One of the things that you can do with a pro account, if you have a pro account, that is because I haven't really. It is a pro
I
account, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
What's going on here? Close that. Okay, so it's a pro account. So what I would say to you on that note is that when people join in the community, one of the things you want to do is keep the flow of you talking to them. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but when you join the community, there's a that video, you can actually change it to being you.
Yes. And there are plans for that because I would like to also go through a little bit of the classroom stuff that they don't have access to on the free thing the free
Okay.
tier, and show them that if you're in here on a free tier, if you upgrade, you can get access to these things. It will go faster. You'll get more coaching, and so on. So that is going to be a necessity, I think.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that is definitely something that you want to be having. You really want to be having that. You want to use as what I call like to call it is real estate, and you want to make sure you use all of what you have available to you. Because when the school first started, that video, as far as I was aware, you couldn't edit it. When I first started the community, they only recently added it as an update. So it's something that a lot of people are not utilizing, but I highly recommend, and you're aware of it as well. So do you have an idea of when you're gonna have something there? Do you have a time frame in mind?
No, I don't. But now that we're doing this, I probably should. So,
Yeah, yeah,
so
definitely.
let's say a week.
Okay, a week. So a week from today will be, well, Wednesday,
Yeah,
obviously. Wednesday this time. And if it's a week from, would you like to book another session for next Wednesday?
let's do it.
Obviously, things will be different. So if you need to reschedule this, let me know as soon as you can. Within 12 to 24 hours would be good. Within 24 hours would be even better. If possible, where necessary, where possible, and I'll do the same on my end. I will let you know if within I'll say 24 hours to be fair, 24 hours if anything changes. Obviously, if it's an emergency, you don't know. You can only say where it is. But okay, cool. So regarding that, I'm looking at your community. I really do love the logo, the self-producing composer. I absolutely love it. Love it. It's very. It just says so much more. Just looking at the image and everything. Very good. Well done. Did you create that yourself?
Yeah.
Cool. Love it. So, okay, so what's the next steps now? Someone joins your community, they go straight into the classroom, they go into Self Composer Start here, they click on it, they look at it and see what they have to do. You're explaining to them how everything works. One light, one point. Okay, culture. Introduce yourself, start hearing this thread. Okay, I see. Nice. I want to learn more about music production. Okay. When did you do that? 24th of Nice. You got everything streamlined. It's looking good. Looking very good. Want direct help? Now is the time. Nice.
Yeah, that one I probably need to change because now we have moved over to the tiers. So that is going to be kind of baked into some of that. So
Yeah, yeah, you already know. It's
yeah,
that's the thing with the tears, breaks everything apart. You know,
it
you're
does.
in a strong position because you are getting the support. There's other people pulling out their hair if they have any, unlike myself. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
because when it's just like yeah, we're gonna work with that. We're gonna. This is the thing, and this is the reason why I want to be an admin, so I can look through and pick at everything, so I can fine comb tooth it to make sure. Unless you have someone on board to do that for you, I can look through and make sure everything you've corrected and made the changes, and there's nothing that you haven't missed. So I'm like a proofreader. I'm going through. I'm looking through everything to make sure that everything is how you want it to be, because that's part of what I'm offering for you. Whether you want to take it on board, that's perfectly fine. It's up to you.
I've just bumped you up to admin, so go for it.
Okay. So I'll be able to just look through and help you out and what needs to be done. Because for me, it's all great looking on good on the outside. It's once you understand about engagement and how to engage with your community to get you on discovery and to get you ranking up really is not something difficult at all. In fact, that's the easy part. The part we want to do is when people come into your community, you want to convert them from someone. It's not a freemium, is it? Freemium? It is freemium at the moment. So they're coming through as a free member, but you want to convert them from free to, oh, I want to pay up with my money.
So the way that I'm planning to do that, the way that it's structured right now, is that the basics are available for free. And
Okay.
then most of the other resources, so everything in the classroom, will then be something that you can pay for to get access to. And then the tiers are more, do you want to get there faster?
Ah,
So then the first tier is going to be you get access to all of the courses at once. You get access to more of the live stuff. You get bi-weekly mentoring sessions that we're doing one to many, so it's a group session. And then the VIP tier is going to be where you get your one-on-ones, your specific feedback, your what did I call it? The oh gosh, why can't I remember these things?
you're
Settings.
having them. You're having a
One
group
second.
sessions 1-to-1
Let's see. Career path.
career
That's what
path.
it's called. Yeah. So career path settings. So what you need to do with your portfolio, how you can pitch your portfolio, where you should pitch, how to get into sync licensing. You'll also get early access to the beta tools. I'm making some AI tools to help people write their pitches and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you want to be doing in your classroom is okay. So you got that. So I'm not sure if you got it as yet. There's something I'm gonna have to go through each one individually and see if there's clues. Also, as well, regarding the videos, because they're before price tiers. Are they going to contradict what you're about to offer with price tiers? That's something you need to look into.
I'm not quite sure I understand you on that one.
So what you're saying in the videos, is it going to correspond with what you're going to provide within the price tiers? So, for example, if what you're talking about, say you're talking about the music production and you're sharing stuff, is there anywhere where you said certain price points that are not going to be the same?
No.
Good. And is there anywhere where the flow inside of the videos is going to change with the price tiers?
You mean in the classroom? Like a
In the
specific
classroom. In the
there there's
classroom.
there's no videos there that are going to change with which tier you're on.
Okay, so everything is static. It's just like it's universal.
Yeah, it's on demand courses basically.
Okay. So it's just it's on demand courses. You're not talking about anything but the course. I'm not talking about pricing, structure, or any of that stuff. Okay, that's great to know. That's one less thing to have to be dealing with. Let's have a look. Let's get this over here. Let's have a look. So let me come out of here. Okay, so they're coming in. They're going to go to the start here bit. With each course, is there any? Well, actually, I wouldn't have that as yet. One of the things I would highly recommend to do, where it makes sense to do so, because this is your expertise now. You're on the music side of things. It's your courses, it's your community, as you're fully aware. But one of the things I would highly recommend to do is there's every so often in each course there's a clue, not a clue, but like a little trigger for them to like let them know each one where they can upgrade or they can where they could benefit more if they want to, but very subtle, not something so in their face, but subtly say if you need to, and then we
Yep.
just you use have
Basically
certain.
add CTAs.
Yes, there you go.
Subtle subtle CTAs to courses. That's a
Yes,
good one.
yes, yes. That's one of the things. Exactly that. That is exactly what I was going to say. But you knew what I was talking about right away. Fantastic. Now, one of the things people love to do is they love to have fun. They love to enjoy themselves. That's something that comes naturally for humans. And when we're in a happy vibe, we tend to not really be focusing on things so much like we would if we're not happy or we're angry or we're sad or we're stressed or we're struggling. Where you're on a happy vibe and you're seeing everyone else getting on and they're doing their training. Like when someone completes a course, do you give them any triggers to complete? Like you completed a course, do you tell them to celebrate? Do they get a certificate? Do you give them a certificate? Some sort
I
of
don't,
award?
but that is a very good idea. We should have a celebrate your win kind of thing at the end of every course.
Exactly that. exactly. So, is what you want to do is by you doing that, it without intentionally doing it, people are going to be like, getting their wins, but you are now helping other people that are coming in or people that's already there. They're like, oh, they just joined. They're really they're celebrating. Wow, okay. Success. People like to see success. If there's no success about, they cannot smell the success. And I always say celebrate everyone's success like it's your own. So it's very powerful when you do so. Celebrate everyone's success. Woo! Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. So you know what I mean? So when you're doing that, the energy is nice, it feels good. There's always someone gonna, people love to celebrate, people love to champion people on. If there's that one post, it's natural engagement. People are actually go, wow, congratulations to you. You did what? You leveled up, nice. And you called the course. Fantastic. How was your experience? And they're going to ask questions and they'll be like, yeah, I did it. And, this worked really well. Udin was so supportive. And you want that. Just like with us now talking and me talking to you, it'd be great to have when you're able to, because I get people jumping on me, please, can you do a testimony now? I'm like, damn, I will do you a testimony. Eden, it don't take me long to do a testimony. You know what I mean? I'm like, yep, there you go. Here's your testimony. Done and just done and delivered. I'm still waiting months and months down the line for some people to give me testimonies. But the thing is, if it comes naturally, you enjoy the session, you're happy with it, you're naturally going to do it, whether it's type, written, or audio, or video. Whatever comes naturally for you, you give the feedback, it works, it's helpful, it benefits everyone.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's one thing I would always say is practice what you preach. So if I'm asking for people for testimonies, well, shouldn't I be delivering testimonials as well? Can't be asking for it and I'm not even giving them. So that's how I operate. But at the same time, if I love a service, I'm going to talk about it. And you want those type of people coming into your community, like me or even better than me, they're going to be raving about it. They're going to be telling their friends. Now that comes to the point where if I'm recommending your community, am I getting anything from it? Am I benefiting it? Am I getting a percentage, a discount?
Yep. 40% affiliates.
Wow, 40%. Not many people even give affiliates. So 40% is fantastic. That is very good. That is a solid deal because school offers 40% as well. At one point, I was thinking of offering 50%, but you have to think about all the work you're putting in, and you want to put so the way I would say is that if you're taking 60%, how much percent goes back into the community to make it better?
Well, I am going to have this as a foundational, let's call it a cornerstone of my career path. So my own career will be using this classroom, using this community. So everything that the transformation, I'm talking about this transformation in the community. So I'm teaching people how to do what I do. And what I do, that levels up every week. So everything that I learn, I try to find a way to position that either into a live idea, a masterclass idea, or whatever that I can put back into the community. So the plan is for this to be a ever evolving, growing thing that perhaps one day will be flattening out to be a ginormous masterclass gold mine of sorts.
Okay. Cool. I love that. One of the things I would highly recommend you to do is go into communities where you'll get it. Where you may be already doing this, but go into communities that's going to benefit you in the sense that not only is going to help you level up in your skill set, but you're also going to learn from what they're already doing. Like I've already recommended to join Born Leader. You don't have to wait till Sunday. You can come right on in and I'll introduce you or tell you what you need to do. Very basic stuff to do, just simple introduction, but you'll see how it's done. Because I want you to, the reason why I'm saying this to you, it's a freemium model at the moment as well. But the reason why I'm saying that to you is for you to see a different side to how we do things. Because obviously with Growth Squad Heroes, it was a bit fun. It was we're testing what works, what doesn't work. There was a lot of people working behind the scenes. It's a whole project. And when you have different heads doing different stuff, it can sometimes seem a bit chaotic and messy, which Growth Squad Heroes has come across from time to time to seem like that for some people. Do you know what I'm saying? But there's a certain way of doing things. You see how when we welcome people in, there's a picture and that kind of thing happening. Currently, at the moment, that's not happening because not everyone does things the same way. I've taken a step back to take on board clients like you, Uden, to give you 100%, not 90% or 60%, but to give you all my energy and work behind the scenes. And at the same time, the team has now stepped forward to fill up for me where I'm not there, so I can get on with the calls and the coaching and make sure this happens, because we want to get you to your results as fast as possible, but within your speed, not my speed, your speed. So that's the focus, your speed. I just remember the lens is over here somewhere. There it is. I've been looking that way, that
Yeah, I
way.
mean, mine's over there apparently today. So,
Yes, it is.
yeah.
Yes. But it doesn't matter anyway. We know who's talking to who. It's only me and you. In fact, so far so good. No one's bumped into the room, so I believe it's us. I do hope that when the video comes through, even though I can get a download link, which is easy to do, I hope it loads into the classroom, not into the hallway, because that would be ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Mm, but I won't be doing that because this is specifically for you. No one else is getting this. This is down to you. One of the other things as well, just to mention, there will be. I'm aiming to get you and Elena on the same call. It may not happen. It may happen. It just depends on time. If it doesn't happen, it's no. It's just down to time zone differences. It's not even time zone difference, actually, is it? Yeah, slight time zone difference of an hour. But even then, it may happen. It may not. But there may be times where I may get you both on a call together, possibility, but it won't be overlap. It won't be clashing with our one-to-one calls. Do you see what I'm saying? It'll be an
Yeah.
added bonus. That would be what it is. Just for you two to share your experience, your how you're getting on, and bounce off each other. So there's a not. It's not just me, you. It's actually her experiences, and you could learn from her. And because she does courses, but she does like ESOL classes and stuff. So extra learning and English and maths, and she's very structured and she's got things a certain type of way. I haven't been in her community yet. I haven't got on a call with her, but I do believe it will be beneficial for both of you to bounce off each other as well, because of the fact of what she's doing. If it was just a fun and
Yeah.
games, or if it was just doing something different, wouldn't make sense. But it kind of might work really well. But I have to get on a call with her and find out what her availability is and see how. But now I can see that what would happen is that I'll put a course in the classroom, which both of you will be able to assess, and that way, who knows, could do a collaboration. But one of the things now, so we've got past all of the celebrational stuff, which is fantastic. We've talked about how important testimonials are, because they are so important. That's what you want, because in the front end, you want those testimonials to be there as in text, which is easy to read, easy to scan. Some people haven't got time to watch a video, sadly enough. They're not interested in watching someone talk about, pour out their heart and soul about how amazing your community is. They just want to read it and just see, you know, okay, credibility. Uden done amazing. He's been so supportive, been so helpful. Since I joined, Uden has been everything. This makes sense. These kind of things, like, it's changed my life, my music career. I've got clients, and it's just so easy to glance and scan. And okay, loads of testimonials, fantastic. So regardless if you're ranking on Discovery or not, people are just going to find. Is the community private or public?
I believe it's private, so you have to get
So you'll
into the
only be found
feed.
on Discovery, mate, and you couldn't be found on a search engine. Okay. I mean, the thing with public is that if you have free stuff and people could just come into your community, they can click on anything they want and download and screen record and all of that stuff, and not even paid for it for some of the stuff, you know what I mean? Or not even had to go through the questionnaire or anything. They could just be
Yeah.
nosy in your community. I mean, we were testing it, and I'm not sure if we're going to use it, but in some ways it can work. The only thing is you have to give people access individually, which can come tedious when you're going to be becoming a father into this world, and you got other commitments. You got your farm, and then you got your job at the moment. And we want this, from my understanding from my previous call, you want this to take over from the job and be your full-time, big-time income.
Well, not school in itself, but music. Yes.
Music in general. But if
It's
school does
so
as a default, even better.
Yeah, so school is going to be the foundation,
Okay,
I think.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool,
But
cool,
the,
cool.
the the main gig will be making music for advertisements and commercials and that kind of stuff.
Okay, so where I'm at right now is, how is everything you're hearing? Is there anything that you feel that I might have missed, or where are you? Because I'm going to do a write up as well, as you know. and go through it again with a fine tooth comb and see if there's anything I missed. I'm going to watch this back as well to see if there's anything I've missed, and then I'll give you a write up within 24 to 48 hours. You'll get a write up, which will be, you should be able to access now because I've given you access. I'm not changing the name. The thing is, your vote's always been private, but the name wasn't private. But I want it to be so, like, when people look through, they just see vote numbers. That's all they see. They don't see who it is. I want it. I feel that would just give it a much more streamlined, the stream.
Yeah. I think that we have quite the same thoughts.
We have covered quite a bit, and there is a lots more stuff to cover. But first and foremost, we do need together, with my support and help, is to get these pits in place. So the questionnaire thing needs to go in. We need to, get that out there. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about as well, because it's the front end, is your price points. How did you come up with your price points? Because let me see if I can see it on my screen.
So
How did you come up with it?
I have taken my VIP price point is kind of industry standard for this kind of coaching. Once I have testimonials that say that I've helped people get clients, helped
Mhm.
people complete the transformation, as well as once I get the credits for doing advertisements. So I can say that I've done work for Coca-Cola or Nike or, these larger brands, then that price, the VIP price, might go up. The premium is going to change accordingly with the classroom. Since there is going to be a lot of value in the classroom, it can't stay at that price forever. But currently, I feel like it's fair for the amount of follow-ups they get, the lives we do, and the content that's there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. I'm just reading it. I'm looking at your price points and the numbers. I do like the numbers. I like the numbers. I'm looking at the percentage as well, 25%. Nice rounded numbers. From what it looks like, you seem like you know about number psychology.
Yeah.
You do, don't you? Why do I feel like we're very similar in such a weird way? I don't know why, but how is it possible? I'm looking at the numbers like, Aidan, this is what I was going to tell you to do, but you've done it already. Fantastic. You understand the psychology of numbers. You got 25%, and then you go up to 199, and you've given a bigger discount for the bigger VIP package, which just seems so much more. Why don't I just go with the VIP? Look at the big discount I get here. This is amazing. We're almost at 40% discount. Wow. Yeah, good numbers. Good numbers. 124. 124. I would have rounded it to 125, 124, but yeah, cool. 124, 199. But yeah, it's pretty much still on the board. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I've just picked up on one thing that you've put on here, which may not be self-explanatory for some people, especially if they don't understand school or price tiers. Sometimes we have to let people know certain things, and this is one thing I didn't even think to add it, because it kind of like it's self-explanatory at the same time, but you've actually added it in. You've said all free resources you need to get started composing, monthly community live streams, fantastic, weekly consistency challenges. So you do have challenges, weekly scoring challenges. Now, it's one thing to say you have it, another thing to actually deliver it. Then we'll discuss that in a few minutes. And then you got $39 a month premium. And one of the key things you've put on there, just in case people just don't have the common sense to know, everything in free you get already in premium. And then you go through in immediate access to all courses. downloadable templates and presets, fantastic. Live bi-weekly mentoring sessions, awesome. So you've got these all lined up in the calendar, in
Yep.
tiers. You've set up already?
Yep.
Okay, so we got 199 a month VIP, everything free and premium. I mean, it's self-explanatory, but why not make it even clearer to put that in? For some people, just don't get it. So yeah, we've made that clear for them to know that. And then you got career path sessions, portfolio pitching, sync strategy, exclusive masterclasses, nice. Early access to beta tools, okay. One-on-one feedback sessions, nice. Personalized progression and guidance, absolutely awesome. Now, one of the things, let me just go through this not quickly, but go through it in a decent speed. You've got free, and you've got all free resources you need to get started composing. Do you need to write free again when it's already free? Or
Oh,
could you
that's got to be a typo. Do I say that twice?
Yeah, because it says free above anyway, which sometimes you don't see. You won't see when you're doing the price tiers in, but then once it goes into your
Say
change
all
plan,
resources are.
it's like they've joined
Oh,
for
yeah.
free. They know it's free. It's free. So you could put another word in there if you wanted to. All resources you need to get started in composing. It just
Yeah.
flows naturally. It doesn't make people feel like they're stupid. Like, what are you telling me it's free again? I know it's free. You know what I mean?
That's a
Simple.
typo. It's now
Yeah,
fixed.
it is. But this is the reason I'm here. You won it. You got access to it. You paid for the discount. You got the discount. I'm here, so it's all good. It's just me and you. We're just talking. Monthly community live stream, fantastic. Weekly consistency challenges, love it. Now, weekly scoring challenge, cool. When they go into the community, are they going to see where you break down exactly what they get for the free package?
No. That might be something that I should put in the start here.
Yeah, you would need to, because it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I've got this free stuff, but where do I find it? Well, you want to have such an automation in there that only when they actually need you, they reach out to you, not for stuff that we could have just popped. So yeah, that's definitely something that needs to be done. Cool. And then obviously it goes through all of them. They all need to know where they can find it and where they can get it from. And then we got 39 a month premium. Immediate access to all, so everything in free. Cool. I like that. I do like I like the way you've put that in there. Immediate access to all courses. So once they join 39 monthly premium, it unlocks all the courses. As long as you've got it all set up correctly, it's fantastic. If it doesn't unlock VIP as well by accident, brilliant. Because there's some glitches that's been happened on our part in Gross Corderos. We've had one person literally got $99 of savings when they weren't supposed to for $1.
Ouch.
Yeah. They're laughing, they're happy, but we're like, that is a very good offer, but we forgot to change things when the price point went to $1. Oh well, it is what it is. You live and you learn. And then we got that's what happened. But this is the thing with the price tiers. It sounds amazing until you realize all the stuff you need to do in the back office to make sure people don't go through little loopholes and gray areas that you've just not seen. And this is where I come in, and I'm going to we going out of our way to make this watertight as possible, seamless actual like transition through from the front door into the class, into the community, into the classroom. They can go in. They were like, okay, I've got the free package. What do I get for the free package? Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. A little breakdown of this part here. All resources. What does all free resources look like? Okay, this is what my free resources are. Nice, thank you, Eden. Okay, I see what's going on here. And be like, okay, so when does this monthly community live stream happen? Yes, it's self-explanatory. It's in the calendar. Let's take it as everyone is as stupid as the other one. So you're going to still put a calendar link inside of the classroom course of your free, however you title it. Okay, but one thing we need to go through and think of how we're going to word it, because after a while, to hear the word free over and over again, it gets a bit tedious. So it needs to have something else, a different title. So Obviously I'm aware of your time. At the same time, it is an hour. It might run over because it's not been an hour. We took like 10 minutes on my
No way.
side to get things through, so we might run over a little bit. Just wanted to let you know. And so we're now going into the $39 a month premium. So just to make this clear, and for me doing this on the record, what needs to happen is that when I go into the classroom as a user experience, I want to go in there and I want it to be so smooth, like butter. I go in there like butter through a nice potato. Anyway, we're not going to go into food. We're going to go in there, yeah, the butter's going to sink and melt away into the potato, jacket potato. Anyway, that's what I was going to say. So you go in, smooth, silky smooth. I got the free package. What do I get? You see what I'm saying? What do I get? Like, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to find out exactly. I'll find it so easy. Done. Nice. Now I've gone in. I've got premium. Okay, everything's unlocked. But now it's just a bit overwhelming. Whoa, 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 whoa. What do I do here? This is the premium package. What does the premium package mean? What does it consist of? Where do I start? You know, everything's unlocked. It's just confusion. It's like, is it not open, unlock? Is it not drip? And drip, the drip feature is not very great because as soon as you opens up, everything
Yeah.
starts dripping from the get-go. And it's just going to be a bit of a mess. You know, some people's already done it. They haven't even got there yet. It's already open. They're on third. It almost feels like they're behind, but they're not behind because it just started. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the drip feature needs to be functioning. But so instead, you have to play and just use what we have available to us, the user experience. So when they're going in, it's not going to be called premium because it's got to have a different name. It's got to have a little. It's got to fit the self-producing composer. At the same time, can it tie into your levels? Hold on, let's have a look at what your levels are called. Where are they gone? So you
Yeah.
want it to,
So once we get um, the option to actually name these things, then let's see, where'd my tiers go? Here we go. They will probably be,
yeah, if you could actually change the name of the tiers, it's just
yeah, because they are planning on rolling that out. So I'm not quite sure what to call the premium tier, but the VIP one will be a Composer Accelerator.
thank you, because I'm so happy to hear they're doing that. I don't have to put feature requests out and get fed up with me again. Oh, he's back again. Police in the
Yeah, I
place.
feel like I'm the same.
You as well. Oh my gosh. I actually took a break yesterday. I didn't do school news. That's why I was asking, did you watch it? Because I haven't done so. Every day I've been on it and I would post something in and I'll be there with school news doing videos and editing. I, s- I just had a break. I was spending time with my daughter, much needed time,
Yeah,
which is good.
Sam put out a post on it. So
Good, good. Because why couldn't they just pull it in there already? Why did they have to just not have it there? Like, it's just so simple. Like, why would anyone want to call their community free? It just doesn't have the same feeling. And then premium, and then what's VIP mean? Like, like is it a nightclub? Do you know what I mean? It could have the names alone makes a difference when people join the
oh
community.
yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
the masterpiece. You know what I mean? The final
Yeah,
piece, the
maybe we'll
final
call it like
countdown.
the producer pack and the composer accelerator or something.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, there you go. There you go.
yeah,
Exactly. You got it. You know straight away. So yeah, when people going in, the user experience, they're going into the classroom, they've come in and on the quote unquote free, they find what they immediately get directed to it, step by step, what they need to do, what it breaks it down, simplifies it all. Very simple, simple, simple. Not chunks and chunks of writing, but let them have an experience where they're actually starting to level up. So what you want to be doing is you just don't want to be doing chunks and chunks and chunks of writing. Instead, you want to be doing it in a sense that they feel an experience. As soon as they're coming in, they're already leveling up. In their mind, psychologically, they're going to come
yeah,
on in, they're going to go start here. It's going to say, oh, you need to do X, Y, and Z, A, B, C, D. Click the green button to say you've complete. Okay, I've completed. On to the next bit. Little 3 lines, 4 lines, maybe a little diagram, a little picture, a little logo, whatever. Just make them feel happy, make them have the experience. Click complete, click done. On to the next one. So kind of like, I don't know if you've seen how the blueprint's been redesigned. in Grow Squad Heroes, I spent a whole, almost could say 24 hours redesigning the whole blueprint. And
Nice. I'll go have a look at it.
yeah, definitely have a look at it because it's very, very streamlined. But if you thought that was streamlined, since I've done the blueprint, the community I'm talking to you about, which is Born Leader, which started in June 2019, 21st of June 2019, it's even more streamlined than the blueprint. It's so it's just like self-explanatory when you go through it. And when you go through it, it gives you that experience of leveling up. Like, okay, I'm leveling up, I'm leveling up, I'm getting somewhere, I'm moving on. You want so when people come into the community, if you get where I'm coming from, they come in and they're already experiencing that they're leveling up, even though they haven't.
Yep. And
So,
that is something that I'm going to add into the start here. Um, Part of the classroom that I am now seeing is not there because I have three, yes, three courses that they should be funneled through. Um, so once they're done with the introduction, they have done all the bits that are currently there. They're supposed to be funneled into the Cubase setup, the Zero to
okay.
Hero class, to get their audio workspace completely set up. And then once that's done, they're supposed to be funneled into the Create Your First Track in 7 days, which
Okay.
is a course that I'm currently working on. I've laid it all out. I just haven't recorded the videos yet. But that's supposed to be their first big win, you know, producing that first track. And I want everybody that comes in to be funneled into that automatically so that they find it and start it and see how can I actually get started with these things.
And then bear in mind when you're doing this, because of the fact that people coming in at different levels, they will see different stuff. So
Yes.
when someone comes in as a freemium, they're going to not see all of this. They'll only see a few things. But what you want to do, I wonder if you're on the same, I feel like you're on the same track with me, which is fantastic, is that when they come on in, they don't want to see empty.
Yeah.
They
They're not
don't
going to see empty. There's already a bunch of stuff there that they will.
exactly. And one of the first things they're going to see is the start here, but they want to know what their package is. So each like what we could do just for recording sake as well, just recording where I'm going to transcribe this. What would actually happen is when they come in, they need to see more. They need to see at least four squares. So two, four, not two, well, four squares. So they'll see four squares, maybe six squares, maybe eight squares, but each one is going to be specific bits of information that they need to get. So once they've completed one stage, they go on to the next stage and they're leveling up already. And there's something there to see. It's not looking like an empty showcase. Like you're going into a shop and there's just one thing on the shelf.
Yeah.
So
So
when you
what
break it
they
down into
see,
chunks, bite-sized pieces where they're leveling up and they're completing that part, they go on to the next part.
they will see, let's see here, 6, 7, 8 squares, at least for now. Yeah, 8 squares is what they will see because they will have access to buy some stuff.
Cool. Because from what I can see from my desktop view, I'm seeing everything obviously at the moment. That's what I would see
Yeah,
because I'm admin. But what you want is regardless of what package they've got, they see more than one square. So that's
yeah,
basically what I was saying. So you're saying eight, fantastic. Because the thing is, this gives that feel of emptiness. We don't want emptiness. We want it
yeah,
rich and rewarding. And it's not so much like you're lying. It's just that you're giving the visual imagery of they're like, oh, this is, there's something here.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and at
and
the same
and
time,
what I'm thinking in terms of the classroom is that it's important for them to see what they can get in the future.
yes,
So if they, like I have a couple master classes there, and I've created a coming soon stamp on the thumbnail, so that everybody in there know at this point I am working on stuff. I'm working on master classes that are going to come out. So everybody will have access to a lot of things. Freemium, like the people on the free tier, will mostly see everything, but they will have to buy. If you're on the premium tier, you will have access. And then if you're on the VIP, I will probably have a couple of, well, maybe I will have like a VIP exclusive vault or something like that. Um, but most of the master classes that are exclusive to the VIP will happen live. But yeah,
Cool. Cool. Looks good. Looks good. Sounds good. I'm looking at the flow of the about page is just so simple. It flows nicely. It's just straight to the point. It's not It's not so wordy. It's very good. I'll look over that again in much more detail. Did you use ChatGPT for that?
for what?
For your about?
No,
Did you use any AI for that?
no.
So you naturally write with dash lines.
Yeah.
Interesting, because that's how ChatGPT writes as well.
Yeah, I find it very funny because I often get comments on that when I'm writing, like my reports and stuff for work as well. People ask if I use ChatGPT because I have the double dash in there, not the
Yes.
normal one. So
Yes.
I'm like, no, I don't. I
Take it as
just
a
write. I'm a
compliment.
nerd. I like it.
I get told so many times, "Are you writing that?" I remember I did a post and someone was saying, "Oh, that's ChatGPT," and I was like, "No, it's not. That's just me writing." Like before ChatGPT, believe it or not, there was a human being that used to write this stuff. And I just like to write. No, okay, I do use ChatGPT, but half the time we've had this conversation already. It's just annoying. It doesn't do what you want it to do. It does its own thing. It turns a coaching plan into its own coaching plan and tells you it's annoying. But cool, it's good. Alex Amoze would be very happy with this. I don't know if you've seen him break down on YouTube all of this.
No, I haven't watched that, but I'm currently working on the latest book,
Yeah, he would
or well,
definitely be happy.
rereading. I've read it once, but yeah,
So, okay, so we've gone through that bit, we've gone through the classroom. We get back to where I was at, the pricing. We've talked about that. We're doing all the front end stuff. So we've gone through to the VIP. Even just the layout could be so much more better, but yeah, there's always room for improvement whenever there's a new upgrade, a new feature. So it's, as they say.
yeah. We're early adopters, so that's what we have to deal
Exactly.
with.
Exactly. So that is everything for today's session. We've covered quite a lot. It may seem like it's a lot, but it's not.
No, I think
And
it's great.
good, 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 good. So we've gone through the classroom, and that's the main things. I'm not sure if you've been noticing. I haven't mentioned about discovery or ranking up or any of that. That will come naturally. That would
Yeah,
happen naturally.
I think
Once
so
you
too.
exactly.
I'm already seeing it once I started doing the weekly scoring challenge.
Mm,
That sparked some more interest, and now I have a few more people being active, and we've immediately bumped up like 30 spots.
cool. Fantastic, fantastic. And this is where once you're doing things and you're not focusing on discovery, because when we set up the new community, the focus wasn't on discovery. Didn't even think it was possible. All we were focused on was having a user experience that is unlike any other user experience we've seen on school. So we've gone from 1,156 in a space of 3 days, less than 3 days. We're now ranked 397 in
Yep,
self-improvement.
there you go.
And it's like, and traffic is coming from I'm not even sure where, like 70 views. And it's like 70 views a day. And I'm like, where's this coming from? But it's good. You know? The
Yeah,
the actual click-through rate and the stats, it's over 20%. I think it might have dropped down with an extra view that we had. So it went down to about 19 the last time I looked percentage on conversion. So But that's the other thing I wanted to mention to you, which I did touch on, and I said I'll get back to you, and I've now got back on it. Fantastic. And that is what, depending on how many people's pending, do you just bring everyone all in at the same time, or do you take them in for example, with Born Leader, we usually only open the door. We've only launched last Sunday at 7 p.m. And the way it works is that every Sunday we reopen the door. Unless you're a VIP or a premium member of another community, as in you're a premium member, you'll get access immediately in, because we want to help you to network with people that see themselves as leaders who may actually want to learn to play and do music production of some sort. And now you're not only you are lining yourself up with them, they want to connect with you. They will get to know about you. You're showing up as a leader, because anyone that has a community is a leader. You're not a follower, you're a leader. You're leading an example of how you do things, and this is how I teach, and this is how I do things. So whether you see yourself as a leader or not, everyone was born a leader. Whether you decide to dive on in and bring that leader out, that's where Born Leader comes in, community. So with this community, what you're going to see is the fact that when you come in on in, everyone is talking about why they're part of the community and so forth. But one of the reasons why I mentioned that is the fact that usually it's the plan is every Sunday people can come on in, because the reason being is, just don't want all these people coming in through. You want to first make sure that everyone knows how the party gets on. How does the party work? Where's the DJ at? Where's the drinks at? Where's the food? You know what I mean? Where's the chill out area? Where's the non-smoking area? Where like, so everyone actually understands how everything works. Once they start to motion and focus and they know how everything works, then you later down the line, depending on how often you want to open up the door with us, it's every Sunday, that's the plan. Now the new fresh people come on in. The people previously in know how things run, so they all let people know that's coming on in by default. Oh no, that's not how things work here. You need to go over. They now know how it works, so they're championing the new people in, and they already understand the flow. So when the new people come in, they just follow the flock, and they're like, okay, this is how things get done. You see where I'm going with this? So it's something to consider. Do you really want to be bringing people in all in drips and drabs? Or do you want to use the fact of a freemium model? People cannot come in right away. They have to wait around.
I think that
That's when you've got bigger
currently,
numbers. That's when you've got bigger numbers, because you want 100. So if you've got a flow, and for example, to pause on that, if you've got like 10, 20 people at the door, are we letting them all in once right away? Or are we going to bring them in a structured way that you're able to support and help them without feeling I don't like to use the word, but a lot of people love to use it, the word overwhelm, because now you've got 100 people coming in, or 20 to 100 people coming on in, and about 10% of them are going to come right at you with questions automatically.
yep. Yeah, but that is kind of what I want this community to be. I have several people in here that are fantastic producers and composers. And I really want this to be a place where we help people up. So if you learned something last week and somebody questions, go into that this week, go help them. Because
Okay.
that way you also learn. I probably should make that a little bit clearer as well. That's probably something that I should make a section on in the start here.
100%. And that was the other thing I was going to get to, but I'm glad you pulled up on it and said you're going to do it anyway. As I was going to say, the people that have already leveled up, wherever they're on the premium or the VIP, or you're going to change the name once we can, that they help the people that's coming on in. And that gives the user experience a much more powerful impact. And it's an overall robust learning experience for everyone. Because now the ones that have already learned and leveled up in the courses, they're helping the newbies coming on in. And that just gives that strength, that solid foundation that this actually works.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives a much more, it gives a much better impression of, yes, people are learning. Because
Spot.
somebody learned this exact thing that I'm asking for. And if they answer the question, that's perfect. That reinforces it so incredibly much.
Exactly. Exactly. That's it. There you go. Spot on. That's it. Nice. Good. I'm happy with what I'm hearing. I'm looking forward to getting this moving. Once we have everything in place, I would say this is how I like to operate. I prefer not to start flooding the room with loads of people in when things haven't been set in place. But some people like to do things where it's all over the place, and we've done that before. Gross Good Heroes, we've brought people, we keep bringing people in. I would prefer a gate, but it's a split position between management on on what how we do things. I just find when you're bringing so many people in and they have no clue what they're doing, they tend to churn really quickly. You know, and it's better to have a slow down, work with who you already have, and then bring people in. At a moment where there's literally flooding the place with just so many people, it just gets a bit ridiculous. Like my inbox is just ridiculous because I'm the welcoming party, welcoming everyone in, and we're getting crazy number coming in. But it's just like, well, first and foremost, just let everyone know what's going on first, and then do things. With hair, with together in communities, a bit more not so much like that, probably because the fact it's not a freemium model as well, and we've just launched this, and it's very much focused on quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Where Gross Good Heroes is a network and it's a lounge, it's a chill out, it's all of that. So regarding all of this, is one thing I would like you to focus on is that when people are coming on in, that as soon as the numbers start to increase, maybe consider slowing down how many people's coming on in, letting them know, and maybe you might want to. You either got two options. You either put the price up to slow down the amount of people coming through, which might be the best bet anyway, because I'm sure you want to put the pricing up for the level of quality and what you offer. You do want to be doing that. You can either do that first, or you can slow down the people coming on in and have them in a waiting list, and that way you can check to see if they meet the criteria. Because what a lot of people tend to do, which you probably experienced this, and maybe it was why he was questioning price points of what I was offering you as for this community and what we could deliver for you and how we can help you, is the fact that a lot of people call themselves gurus and they say they can help you with these results and get you to here and there, and I get that. And one of the things you want to be doing is that you don't want to be putting that experience out there that you can do this and help people and bring everyone in. Because then, if you're bringing all these people in, some of them you may not be able to help them because they just don't want to help themselves. So you want to be like, way I say it is, I only work with clients that I know I can get results from. It doesn't make sense to me, waste my time, take your money, and I know I'm not going to be able to help you. So, oh, yeah, you didn't come on in for 8 weeks and let's just have fun. Let me just take your money, chat rubbish, and just to see what happens. You know what I mean? By the time you've done a refund, I've already spent your money, like, or done something with it. The point is that I only work with clients that I know I can get results. That's why I'm happy to work with you. That's why I continue to pursue and find out if this is something you want, rather than say, look, yeah, just pay the money and come on in and let's get things rolling. I wanted to know, does this fit for you? Because if it doesn't fit for you, fine. We'll just keep it as it is. You come on in, you're already going to get grandfathered into standard, you know, it's fine. Just give this offer to somebody else. We can keep it moving. And when you put that position in play and you're happy and you know that you're going to get someone results and you know whether they want to join or they don't want to join, it doesn't really put a sweat on you because you just know that what you have to offer is abundance of learning resources that they're going to get. And then there's no lack there. You know you can get them the results. You're going to help them to get them to A to B. So there's whether they want to take it or not, it's up to them because there's 100 million people, there's millions of people that will come in and actually coming in and they're gonna grasp what you have to offer and you're gonna get results for them. Because there's why bring people in, which a lot of people do, take their money and don't really give a damn whether they buy your courses or not. But unfortunately, people do that. We don't personally. I don't operate like that, and I don't like to operate with anyone that's just money focused. And the fact that you're not money focused, I picked up on that right away because you haven't mentioned your plans until I put them up. And I looked at it and I was like, okay, I see what you're offering. But then when I'm listening to you and seeing what's in the back end from when you made me an admin and knowing how you have been since we've been working together, the oozes, what's the word for it? Quality, not quantity, but you ooze quality. Like quality just flows, like just the way your presence is, how you introduce yourself, how you articulate and you're on point, you know? So the price points are low, but I get that. You want to get people through the door first, get the results, get the testimonials. The sooner you get the results, The sooner we can get the results, the sooner the price can go up or slow down the amount of volume that's coming through.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
also want to, I really want the free tier to have the value people are looking for in terms of information,
Mhm.
and then the paid tiers will bring them through the transformation. Because all the information's out there. Everybody's got access to it. What people really want is to have somebody hold their hand and say, like, yes, these are the steps you make. So, yeah, I think this is going to be quite nice once we crack the code on how to get people in there.
That's the fun part. Right now, we focus on this part, and that's making sure. That's what I'm saying. Do you want to bring people in, flood them through, and nothing's been set up in the back end, or do you want to get things functioning first with who you already have, and then we bring people in when everything's working and functioning? That's why I
Yeah,
was mentioning Grow Squad Heroes, because there's a few things that's not we haven't got available at the moment because we're rebuilding it. But at the same time, we're rebuilding it. We're still bringing people in. Like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? Like, we still got because some people just are there because they want more people coming through and they want to network. And if there's no one coming in, we're like, what's going on? You said we can come and network, but there's no one new coming in. But they're not thinking to themselves, hold on, let me just focus on who's already here. Because people just don't
yeah,
think like that. They just want this endless flow of traffic of people so they can spam their links and share out what they do and connect and harvest the people and bring them into their own community. You know, it's tedious. And one of the things I don't like doing is sitting in communities and do nothing.
yeah, yeah. I've been thinking about that lately because I've connected with a lot of people, so I'm in a lot of communities. Some of them, should I really be there? It's like, hmm, I'm not so sure. Might have to purge a little bit because I'd like to be active. I'd like to be, you know, part of bringing that forwards. But I only have so many hours in a day, and I have to have the energy as well, of course.
Exactly. So that's everything for now.
Yeah,
Fantastic having this call with you. I'm going to, like I said, 24 to 48 hours, get this written up. I'm not sure how it's about over an hour and 10 minutes now, I believe it is, because we did start off a little bit messy. But yes, it's one of those things. Technical side of things is not always the greatest, but we've managed to get the call done. And I'm not going to say no more on that. I just wanted to make sure it all functions. But I'm just going to stop the recording and hold on so I can start processing in the background. Okay.